I said, are you ready? Woo!
Morning, dickhead. Oh,
Morning.
man.
What's going on?
Nothing. I didn't see it at first because I was looking into my camera and then I looked down and saw your red and black face. I like it. It's
like
slightly small, but it kind of like molds into your beard a little bit.
Yeah, it's because I have a fat face.
I think it's just because it's a children's mask. That might be more accurate.
That could be too. You know what I found last night on the TikTok shop that I might use my credits for?
Oh, what's that?
They have a Batman mask, and I mean like the full cowl. And
that would be sweet.
It's almost like a mouthpiece. You got to submerge it, get it wet, and then you form fit it around your face.
That is hilarious. You said the towel?
No, it's the cowl, like the whole, like the horns.
Okay,
full effect.
Okay, in my head, I thought you were buying like a bath towel, like a little kid's bath towel that had the Batman flip up. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I do have a Batman Snuggie somewhere around here.
Snuggies are very underrated, especially in the winter. My wife has a hoodie blanket that is quite awesome.
Is that one of those oversized hoodies that like goes down to your shins?
Yeah, it's like a zip up, like hoodie kind of thing, but it's a big fluffy blanket.
It's so fluffy.
Yeah, we got those at roofing a couple years ago, and then mine got destroyed very, very quickly. I don't remember what happened to it though. Probably my dogs, if I had to
Were you
guess.
having rough sex or something, and it ripped?
No, that would be so hard to have sex in a Snuggie blanket. It'd be sweating your ass. I feel like that would
you ain't trying hard enough, bud.
Fair point, but you don't need to add more sweat like you're in a sauna.
You got to work out wherever you go. Well, I was eating those wings. I was sweating so hard. I was working out.
Yeah, just soaking sweat in a blanket. That I don't know. I don't think that would work. I mean, it would work, but it would not be for me. It would not be very enjoyable. I feel like I would sweat.
At least you don't have a leather blanket.
Fair.
You don't want a
why would you want a leather? That would feel so uncomfortable.
I don't know. I want one just to feel. Like I just want to go feel one. Be like, is this a leather?
Is it just a cowhide? A leather blanket?
I guess cowhide is leather. Leather is cowhide. Yeah, sure.
Well, welcome to the Powerslam Platter.
Yeah.
This is where we talk about all kinds of random wrestling things, and then cows and leather and blankets and sex and blankets. So you get all sorts of things with this show.
I don't know what you do at your house. I don't have sex and blankets.
You literally just asked me that, dickhead. Bless it.
No, I didn't.
You're like talking to my children. No, I didn't.
I feel like a child in this mask. It can't affect me in my
maybe it's like the mask in Jim Carrey, and it turns you immediately into more of a child.
You told me to freeze. You know, I haven't seen that movie in probably 25 years.
What movie was that off of?
The Mask.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Dude, I haven't seen it. I don't remember normal things, let alone a line from a movie that I have not seen in multiple decades. The fact that even exists, the only reason I remember that movie is because my wife brought it up about something the other day, and I can't remember what it was. There was something in it that got brought up the other day, so it was fresh on my mind, but I have not watched that movie in every bit of 2 decades.
Yeah. I bet I watched it in early 2000s at least once, but holy shit, that's been a while ago too.
What's your favorite like wrestling movie? Is there any? Ready to Rumble's mine all-time favorite.
There's not really too many, is there?
No, the wrestler with Mickey. Is it Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, that was okay. I mean,
I hated the way that ended because he just flies off the top ropes and then just.
Yeah, you're left to wonder, did he die?
Yeah, I don't like that. I like finite endings. I don't like when they leave me wondering. Or make a wrestler
the only thing I remember from that movie is Aunt May from the newest Spider-Man, her boobies are out. So
that seems like something that every male would just remember out of the movies. Oh yeah, there's a boob scene.
Yeah, there is. And then, did you remember he fought in the main event on that match? He fought Ernest the Cat Miller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I
Ready
forgot
to
there were
Rumble,
wrestling scenes in that.
Huh?
I forgot there were wrestling scenes in Spider-Man.
Yeah, that I'd have to say it'd have to be Ready to Rumble because I
Yeah.
mean, there's no holds barred, which I've never seen. And then the wrestler, which was okay. Kurt Angle had a movie in TNA, and it was god awful, dude. It looks like we shot the movie because it's just dark
Hey,
spot.
we do good things sometimes.
You know what? We probably would have done a better job because he was just on a spotlight. Every scene was a spotlighted scene, and it was just dark. And he had a trench coat, and he was like a secret agent or something.
Oh, have you watched Heels on Netflix, the series?
I have not. I've heard. I get random people message me who are not even wrestling fans telling me they love it. So
yeah, very well because it's a good it's got a lot of drama and there's a lot of story behind it, and I don't know, it's a really cool show. It's the one I just always watch it if I'm not doing anything and my wife and children are gone. It's a good one just to throw on because there's a lot of banging and stuff also, so you get the whole array of drama.
Have you ever seen Glow?
So I watched bits and pieces. That's the one of the women's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched part of that series too. That wasn't a bad one.
I enjoyed it. I watched the whole series of that. There's just not too many movies based around wrestling. Now there's wrestlers in movies. Like you got See No Evil, you got Wrong Side of Town with Rob Van Dam, the Hulk Hogan movies, John Cena movies. Yeah. Wrong Side of Town was just, dude, it was just.
They're always so corny.
I enjoyed it because it was corny. Like Rob Van Dam gets his chainsaw stuck when he's cutting wood. So he karate chops it and breaks it. It's cool, man. It's and I think at one point in one scene, he's walking into the gas station. He's wearing his singlet and blue jeans and is taped up like he just got out of a match, just walking in to get a cup of coffee or something like that. It's just it's so dumb. It's good. It's just
because they're trying to give the wrestler vibe, and it's no, that realism helps. So
I think I'm just gonna get a singlet. And I'm just gonna walk around with that in blue jeans and just see what people think.
There you go. It's a good look.
No,
I mean, it wouldn't be far off from what you do now. That's not, you show up in a random singlet at times now. You're just adding blue jeans so your bulge isn't hanging out.
My bulge with my tube socks.
Yeah, that's why it's a bulge.
Next time I want to get a cucumber. We'll just get bigger slightly every time.
Every time you do it, just start with a cocktail weenie and just work your way up.
Well, I've already put a tube socks in there. I can't go back down.
Oh, fair. Yeah, you can. You shrunk. It's cold outside. You've had treatment. Even better. It starts off as non-existent and then works its way.
Maybe the next time I put a can of Axe body spray in the singlet.
Just have a baseball bat.
Well, that's the main event, but I gotta have I need gray sweatpants for that.
Yeah, you have to have pants for that one, or just get a t-ball bat.
I'll have to get gray joggers for sweatpants season and just walk around with a bat hanging in my pants.
There you go.
If anybody notices.
Or just go online. You can order one that looks just like one, and I'm sure they have all shapes and sizes you can choose.
I don't need to go online. I can go down the road.
Fair point. But then you're going to have,
or I can buy them on the TikTok shop. You never know.
You just get giant phallic items delivered to your house.
Well, funny story. Last night at the Christmas program, I was sending Tyler Lark pictures the whole time, trying to make him just crack up.
Oh, is he in the same location?
It took me a solid 45 minutes
to get him to break.
He was no-selling me. Of course, I'm sitting across from the gym upstairs, and I can see. So I'm just sitting there
come on, I need you to break.
I finally got him. Finally. And it was similar to a baseball bat, but it was 4 foot long.
Yeah.
And it had a person standing next to it. And luckily, when he opened it up, his wife saw it first, and she goes, "Oh my God, that's what got him." So it wasn't my picture necessarily. It was his wife.
The aid from his wife.
In a crowd of people.
That happened to me the other day. I opened up a picture with a man with a very large member that you sent me.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, you didn't send it to me. Another
Was that the original one, or was that the Photoshopped one? The Photoshopped ones I started.
No, that was the original one. You sent me some Photoshopped ones later.
Yeah, I've been sending a lot of Photoshops of that to around to people.
It's so nice of you. I think you can get like on a assault list for those type of things now.
Well, I don't do it more than once to the same person. I just do it.
I'm not sure that makes it any better.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll learn.
I also send it to people I like. I don't send it to like complete strangers. I can't do that yet. My balls
Yeah.
aren't that big. So
I wouldn't suggest that. That seems like that would go horribly wrong.
what, sending my balls to somebody?
To strangers. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
I would not.
People don't.
suggest that. I wouldn't send your balls to people you know either.
That's a new one. I found out I'm not as nationally known as I think I am. So
it's good to have that self-confidence, though.
yeah,
Makes life better.
I guess we better talk a little wrestling. That's why we're on the wrestling.
We've talked a little bit of wrestling.
Yeah, we have. NWA Power. I watched the main event. It was good. Carson Bartholomew Drake. That man, he's basically like the Richie Rich of wrestling. Just a punk.
Is he going to start going to CBD?
No, he's actually extended it. He went from Carson Drake to Carson Bartholomew Drake. So
I know. I didn't know if he was going to have like a Triple H thing and go CBD like the oil.
I don't know yet. I ain't got that far, but he interests me. He fascinates me. It's like,
yeah, he just has that look.
He's a good wrestler, but he had
that heel look.
He had to take on Max the Impaler for the NWA World Television title, and it was like I think it was called Hell's Fury match or something. It was a no disqualification match. I don't know the fancy name. And Max the Impaler beat the crap out of him.
Oh.
He got beaten with an artificial Christmas tree, and I can assume that probably hurts. I've never been beaten with one.
Yeah, I can't imagine that feels good. They're very pokey.
Oh, here comes your wife with a no, I'm waiting for your what?
Oh, I thought it was really well. So weirdly, you said that my TV just went. It's on one of those like fireplace things, and it just went to an ad. So there was like random music and talking in my living room, and I kind of looked over as you did that. So I thought I was really about to get hit.
I'm waiting for your wife to come in with a Christmas tree and just bam, right across the back.
I generally deserve it, so it's probably all right.
Yeah. One thing, I'm sitting in a different room because the diner's freezing balls right now.
Oh.
I'm guessing
you know. Off and forget, or did the split stuff?
No, the heat's on. It's just that big ass garage door.
Yeah, that is a problem. It does not hold heat very well.
I'm gonna go buy a space heater or a ceramic heater, not a space heater. It's not 1987 anymore. But
go with the old school kerosene heaters. We should just light up a kerosene heater in the middle of the diner.
No, I can't smoke cigarettes with a kerosene heater.
Yeah, we can. Just add a little danger to the.
Well, neither one of us smoke cigarettes, so we don't do that.
That's a fair point. We have a whole bucket full of cigars that we never smoke.
But they're probably dried out by now.
I would assume so.
I do not moisturize them or whatever you call it.
It's too damn cold.
Power smoking.
Yeah, you would have to. It's not enjoyable cigar smoking. Yeah, you're smoking for purpose right now, not for pleasure.
I don't ever smoke for pleasure. It's always purpose.
Yeah, pretty well. You don't just like enjoy the cigar?
I'm trying to think the last time I had a cigar.
I feel like you do a lot of things just for purpose, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
You kind of have that like one track mind, like you're nice and steady on the track, and mine's like we're driving through the highway in Atlanta where there's 6 lanes going every which way, and everyone's going different speeds and angles, and so I feel like my brain operates like most of the time.
I'm just smooth sailing.
One track, where we go, got it. Let's go.
We do have some wrestlers from the diner first. They were on OVW Overdrive.
Congratulations.
Jake Painter, the backbreaking artist, took on Star Rider.
Ooh, we need to have a Jake Painter versus Book Hemingway.
Ooh.
Painter versus Painter.
The artist of the ring versus the backbreaking artist. I like it.
I like that. Have a battle of the arts.
Star Rider did get the victory. And then we also saw Leela Feist take on Holly Hood, Haley J.
Sweet.
Haley J got the victory.
You know she came back from that fall. Like last time I saw her, she ran out of a building and we never saw her again. I guess you saw her at the last.
I saw her again.
Here again.
Yeah. touchy subject. We'll move on from that one. She had to get beat up by 2 people to lose.
Well, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like I said with Stan, might want to get some more friends.
Yeah. I watched OVW Rise, and Doug Basham, he usually wears a leather outfit. Like, he's got like a leather shirt, leather pants, and now he wears a stupid cop hat. He looks like the cop from the Village People, man.
I was getting ready to say, it sounds like he's into like BDSM or something. Like he's
Might
got
be,
the leather daddy approach.
Yeah, Al Snow came back, thank God, and punched him in the face because it was too much.
Oh, so that was the plan then, to make him just obnoxious as possible, and then let Al Snow beat.
Yeah, he came out like 4 or 5 times to talk, and it was like, brother.
It's like, dude, we're sick of it.
Thank God somebody punched him because it was a lot.
Good.
I'm excited. Tomorrow night, for the first time in a long time, Saturday night's main event is back.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yes, this is the 37th Saturday night's main event.
What made them bring that back? Just ready for some nostalgia?
Yep. Because more people's going to watch it because it looks like it's going to be all old school stuff.
That'll be fun. When's it? Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night at sometime.
Sweet. Tomorrow night sometime.
I'm guessing 6.
Well, hold on. Let's do a little Google searching.
But the card, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches slated. So it's on the Peacock Network. So if you have Peacock,
this is a Peacock.
Sure
it is on at 8:00.
Okay, I was 2 hours off. Yes, definitely check that out. The card's good. You got Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. They will crown the first women's United States champion, and it will be between the winner of Bayley versus Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton versus Michin. Those 2 matches happen tonight on SmackDown. The winners will wrestle tomorrow night. The women's world champion, Liv Morgan, takes on Io Sky. There's a triple threat match for the world heavyweight title. Gunther versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Sweet. And then the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes takes on Kevin Owens.
And I have heard there's a rumor of the Winged Eagle.
Well, I saw the video of Triple H having a box and he stood in front of Cody Rhodes. Cody lifted it up, and there was a gold light. That's all I know. I'm hoping it's the Winged Eagle, but I'm also wouldn't be surprised if it was Stardust. So
you're putting this mask on one more time.
I mean, it could go both ways. You never know.
Yeah. I think he should come out in the yellow polka dots.
No, that's Dusty's gimmick, which I also heard Dustin Rhodes, his brother, is no longer under contract.
Oh.
Maybe there's a gold dust appearance. I don't know. I'm hoping the Winged Eagle, but I would not be surprised.
Winged Eagle and gold dust.
Possibly.
That'd be sweet. I'm excited. Have you seen the stuff rumored for the first Raw on Netflix?
No.
They've got Rock's advertised, Cena's going to be advertised, Punk versus Rollins, and Roman's going to wrestle for the first time on Raw in 3 years, I think is what it said. So they are setting up that first one to be quite awesome, it seems like. Yeah,
you might as well. It's the big reveal, big appearance. I feel like Netflix, this is big for Netflix too, their first live episodic television series. So
yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
Hopefully they fixed out their problems since the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah, I think they learned a lot of lessons that night.
They did. I mean, you got to learn.
Yeah,
usually you learn from your mistakes, and it was pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily they had 3 hours of undercard fights that weren't bad.
Thank God, those were great.
Yeah, But what I'm looking forward to, I'm actually really looking forward to this Gunther match. I'm getting sold on Gunther, and Damian Priest I could really give shit less about.
He's kind of developed a lot lately. I haven't got to watch the last couple weeks, but the clips I've watched and everything, he seems like he's kind of getting a little bit better on the mic. That was my biggest thing with him, was I felt like on the mic he seemed very like nervous and rehearsed a little bit, where it was like this very stern delivery on everything. And he kind of had that, like, I don't know, not really political speech, but you could just tell he was like reciting his shit, like rather than just speaking what you need to speak, talk some shit and whatever. Hopefully they keep getting away from the scripted stuff and they keep letting them just fly.
Yeah, the one match, like I said, I haven't followed real close, but Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre, I don't know if there's a feud going on.
I watched something, I didn't get to watch all of it, but he was just on, Drew McIntyre was on Busted Open Radio. They were doing like a holiday panel or party or something. I didn't get to watch all of it, but he was talking all sorts of shit.
Okay. It just basically what I've looked up here. Zayn's aiming to prove himself against the physically imposing McIntyre. So maybe
fair enough.
I don't know. Sami Zayn's coming off a hot War Games victory. I mean, looks good for him. I'm going to go on and make a prediction. Tiffany Stratton will be your first United States champion.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's Tiffy time.
It is Tiffy time. But she's still got that briefcase.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she even had that.
She almost cashed it in the War Games.
She almost cashed it in on Nia, or not. Is it Nia?
Yeah.
That she cashed it in on like 20 times?
Well, in the War Games, both Liv and Nia were down, and she was holding the briefcase.
Oh.
She almost cashed in, but
that'd have been cool for her to cash and get double champion. Cash it in on, could you cash it in on both? Like and pin both of them at the same time, or you have to pick one?
I think it's one. You just got to pick one. But Raquel Rodriguez, I think that was her name. I don't know, the lady with Liv.
Yeah, Raquel.
She prevented it from happening.
So,
but I don't know. Maybe Bayley. Might be Bayley. Now that Tiffany, I forgot about the briefcase.
Yeah,
Bayley might be your first champion. I don't see it being Nisha or Chelsea Green.
No, I don't either. Chelsea Green, maybe. They might drop it off. She's done a lot lately, and I feel like she's been getting quite a bit of. I feel like she's super willing to do the crazy shit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a good way, like the gross, like whatever. I feel like she's done a lot of different of those type of angles. But, yeah, I guess got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. But then, the Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Shocker, Kevin Owens turned his back on somebody. It's only happened 30 other times. But I do have some fun facts.
Okay.
Do you know when the last Saturday night's main event was?
Ooh, I would assume a long time ago because I don't really remember this one from childhood.
July 28th, 2008.
Oh, so way sooner. See, I would have thought more like the 90s. I wouldn't have thought really.
So the last one, let me check this because.
So that was like our first year in college, though, and I think I checked out for a little bit during those times.
Yeah. So back in the early days, they ran from 85 to 92, and they were pretty consistent. I mean, once every couple months.
Yeah.
The last one of the original run was Saturday night's main event 31 in the Holman Center.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. And
they had 3 matches televised anyway. The Ultimate Maniacs of the Warrior and Randy Savage. They beat Money Incorporated by count out.
I love
Shawn Michaels won the Intercontinental title from the British Bulldog, and Bret Hart defeated Papa Shango.
Sweet. So then we're going to see Bayley win then. Well, I guess it could go any way on that one, but that's kind of cool. You're going to get to see the Intercontinental title go to somebody for the first time and like the homage to the last one.
The one tomorrow is the United States title.
Oh yeah, they did women's United States. Why was I thinking women's Intercontinental?
Well, I think they're doing that too, but it's not like there yet. Because when I watched Raw, they talked about it, and I go, so I got up on 3 different sites because it kept saying United States, and I go, I swear to God, they're talking about the Intercontinental.
Well, see, you were just giving me shit, fucker. You thought the same thing.
Yeah, but I had the stats in front of me.
But is it like, for me, I feel like the Intercontinental title has way more weight than the U.S. title. Like, to me, the Intercontinental was always like the step under that. Like, I know they're supposed to be like whatever cross, like even kind of thing, but I don't know. I've always felt like the U.S. title was a little.
Well, in WCW, the U.S. title was was in the same level as the Intercontinental title. It was the next step under.
Yeah.
Then the television, it carried a lot of clout too. It was more comparable to like the European title, but it was like above the European title because it had way more history and more shit like that. But then it ended up as a joke when Scott Hall threw it in the trash.
Isn't it crazy how just little things in wrestling can completely change your mindset on like a title, on a person? Like one little thing can either make or break, like the Austin 316. He literally talked about that a ton of times, that just came to him in the moment, and that spawned this whole huge thing. But like that one moment can make or break you. Or like when Titus O'Neil tripped and went underneath the ring at the Rumble, like that, he was always kind of like a laughing thing from that point on. Or if they get stuck in like that goofy comedy role and then no one ever takes them serious again. Like, it's crazy how just one angle the wrong way or the right way can make or break.
Let's rewind that back a little bit. When Austin won King of the Ring, he was not the first choice.
Oh yeah,
Triple H was, but when he did the curtain call,
he got in trouble.
Punished. So if Triple H did not get punished and wins King of the Ring, does Stone Cold get as hot?
Yeah, probably not. Well, and just like that, if it's scripted back then and he's given a script to say, he never says the Austin 316 line, and that takes like those merch sales, like all of those. It's crazy how just that, like we've talked about that a couple of times before, like those crossroads moments in your life where in the moment you don't realize those are like these big moments, but then you take a step back and you look at it, you're like, oh man, like if I would have went this way or I would have went that way, like my life would be completely different right now.
Absolutely. I mean, so you never know. Let's rewind back to the very last main event, Saturday night's main event. The main event that night, Edge defeated Jeff Hardy.
Oh,
that sounds like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially if it was 2008.
Of course, those guys are still wrestling. They're not in the main event picture anymore, but it's like, dang.
No, but I think 2008 was probably both of their like prime.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty close to that peak of where they were both in their best physical shape, and they were probably what, our age now?
Probably.
Like in their low 30s, mid 30s.
I'd say, yeah, they're in their they would have been in their mid 30s because Edge is 50. He's 50 now. Hardy's close to 50. So, yeah, they're in their.
They would have been like late 20s, early coming into 30s then.
No, they've been in their 30s for sure because when Edge debuted, it was 98.
That makes me feel really like bad because the amount of things they did to their body at the age that I'm at now, then, like, if I just wake up the wrong way or get out of the car wrong, like I tweaked my quad again getting out of the car the other night, and I was like, oh shit, I can't walk again. I just got out of the car. I didn't even do anything.
Well, their bodies are conditioned to that. I mean, it takes its toll in the long run, but
I blame Sam. Ever since he threw my face off of a car, it's never been the same.
You hurt your leg?
My whole body. Yeah, I fell on the ground. Tweaked muscles and...
You hurt yourself playing softball, too. That wasn't Sam's fault.
No, that was my own dumbass fault for playing softball again. I just like to blame Sam for everything. Makes life easier.
Sound like, never mind. I'm like, I can't say it.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
So I have another fun fact. The main event in the very first Saturday night's main event, which took place May 10th, 1985.
Oh.
Hulk Hogan with Mr. T took on Cowboy Bob Orton with Roddy Piper for the World Heavyweight title.
Oh, shit. That was a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
Good Lord.
Approximately 39 years ago. And Hogan won by disqualification. That's when, everybody won by disqualification. It was right after WrestleMania 1. So fun time in wrestling. The Hulkmania.
What made them What made them stop after that last one? Was it just like it kind of phased out, or
I think they started running more shows. Maybe, I don't know. I've never really researched it.
Because that happens a lot, like with Sunday Night Heat. Like that was a huge thing. Like that led into every pay-per-view back in the day. Like it was kind of like what the pre-show is now, but it was like Sunday Night Heat was kind of the pre-show. Like they're pumping up. Honestly, like it worked. It was a brilliant way to do it because you watch it for free, and then they kind of led into the pay-per-view. So you had that where you get people on the fence and they're watching the show, and then it ends and you're like, shit, I want to watch it now. Yeah. Well, now you're going to buy the pay-per-view. You're going to, like, obviously back then it was purchasing the pay-per-view. Now it's okay, I got to go over to Peacock and watch this. But Rich, and I get it now, you just want to put it all on one thing, but they had like that lead in of having Heat leading up to the pay-per-view. I remember so many times watching that with my dad and then looking at him going, can we get the pay-per-view? And he's like, no. Like, I'm not spending $60 on a pay-per-view. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
And as like a little kid, you're like, Dad, come on. Did you see what just happened?
Yeah. Well, I think now with all the streaming services, they don't have to. Plus, Sunday Night Heat, I mean, they were taping. They were like, Heat would be live, but they'd have those 2 or 3 other shows throughout the week that were taped. And I mean, the internet changed the world, and
they should bring that back sometime too. Bring back Sunday night.
Well, they might. I'm assuming Saturday night's main event. It just ran its course, and they're like, all right, let's move on to something else. And I know they started putting more pay-per-views out there, and then because I mean, a free show or one you got to pay for.
Fair point. Yeah, I just always remember that as a kid. Like you kind of watched it because I feel like most of the time it always went off air, like, and they're promoting the hell out of what's getting ready to happen, or like Chaos had just broken and they're like, oh, go buy the pay-per-view now to see what's happening.
It was perfect. It was
brilliant.
A perfect model.
Yeah, because it made you felt like they were playing on that fear of missing out, because like you just watched that whole thing. Same thing I guess UFC's done forever, where they put the prelims on TV. And then you're watching these good fights, and then they're throwing it. Okay, well, the next fight's blah blah blah. Go buy the pay-per-view now. And now you're in the mood to watch these fights. You've watched a bunch of cool fights. They've pumped up these next ones, and you're like, oh damn, now I want to watch it. Like it really plays to that like psychology, that like whatever, all the different human things we do.
The thing that drives me nuts with UFC is like it doesn't start till like 10. I'm going to bed.
1 a.m. when you get done watching it, it's like, oh shit, who won? As you're dozed off, snoring on the couch.
Yeah, if they need to, like, of course they're in Las Vegas, so they've all, they've got like 4 hours behind. It's like, come on though. Like,
it's crazy as you get older. Like we used to be able to stay up, play PlayStation, watch wrestling, whatever. Like we could stay up forever. Now, like if we try to stay up past midnight, everybody's passed out on the couch and can't function.
Well, yeah. Well, I wake up at like 3 o'clock now. Just all right, I'm awake, and then I watch documentaries instead of trying to sleep. I just fucking them up and watch documentaries.
You were like fully transitioning into a dad.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the
waking up early
and some fucking Old Navy blue jeans.
We just have to accept it. We're old now.
I'm not in my head.
No, until you pull a muscle, then you realize how old you are.
I haven't pulled too many muscles, thank God.
That made me realize I've never had an actual injury. Like all those times that I thought I pulled muscles and things, nope, was not the same. I couldn't function after that. It about made me pass out.
Well, you know what? That happened. You got to stretch more.
Yeah, I did stretch. It's clearly not enough.
I mean, technically, you're older than me, so you're the old man.
What do I got you by? A couple months?
About 2 months.
2
months and 7 days.
Yeah, it wasn't very much.
Yeah, but hey, a lot shit can happen. I'm still in my prime. I can kick.
When is yours? Into March?
March 28th.
Yep, mine's so not even 7 days. We're almost exactly 2 months. Mine is January 27th.
Okay, so 2 days. A year, 2 months and 2 days.
Mine's coming up. I get to be older again. Yay.
Yeah. You're the old
Birthdays
man.
aren't near as fun when you get old. Then it's just reality going, hey, you're fucking old again.
No,
Enjoy.
It's just like whatever day it falls on. It's just Friday.
Yeah.
It's
Mine's
okay.
on like I don't remember. Mine's on like a Wednesday or something.
I don't even know what mine
Stupid.
is.
But every day's Saturday right now, so it doesn't really matter.
Let's see, March 28th. Mine's a Friday.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Get a whole weekend of birthday celebrations.
I'm a little tapped out on birthdays for now.
I bet. Yeah. At least you have until March now. To kind of. But so does it get like returned tenfold to you in March since it's just you?
No, it's just we go to dinner and that's it, which I'm totally cool
He said no.
no. I just December I just try to survive and then
Yeah, you're in survival month. You're about out of the weeds though.
Yeah, I've only got 4 more events left.
Yeah. You're about the halfway mark of December, so
I'm there.
You're almost out of it.
So yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Well, are there any cool other wrestling things going on in the world?
The only thing I got upcoming, Singleton Wrestling, January Justice, January 18th. Tickets are on sale.
Sweet.
The only match announced. We sneak peek. We have seen the full card.
It's going to be awesome.
We can't tell you everything, but it's going to be great. Though there's been one match announced. Singleton Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Jake Oman takes on Logan Myers. DQ.
Logan finally getting his no DQ match, and Logan finally getting his justice, if you will.
So that one, the match card, you will not be disappointed. You will not want to miss it.
No,
we just can't
for
tell
sure.
You.
Go buy
tickets. We
can't
signed
tell you.
NDA. We're not allowed to tell you what's going to happen. So
no, he already gets very mad anyway. We don't want to piss him off anymore.
No, we don't.
As you see what happens when you piss him off. You get beat with a baseball bat, and then you get laid out in the ring, and you don't win a title.
Yeah.
You learn lessons though. Find friends. Or don't be such a douche. Either way.
He's not a douche. He's a nice person.
Says you.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Well, do we want to say hello?
Oh, yeah, we need to hit our sponsors. We ain't done that yet.
Dip out of here.
Yeah, I got to poop. It's getting close to time.
I'm hungry.
Make it a Wabash Valley Plumbing. They lay pipe. Pappy's Barbecue. Meet, eat, repeat. Peak Performance Gym. No peak, no results.
RJ's formal wear. They have sweet suits.
Wabash Valley Don't Team Challenge.
I don't know what happened to Evan. Harold's Beauty. Stitched Brands. They embroider stuff. I'm going to have to slow this down. U.S. Lawns. They mow grass. Thank you. What were you doing? Oh, motherfucker. We were going to finish it up. You could have just waited. You didn't have to go poop while we were on the show.
When nature calls, it calls.
No wonder. Did you run? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was running.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed because I heard a lot of thumps and then there were no longer any of our sponsors being announced. And I was like, I don't know what he's doing, but
there was
he's
thumps, heavy breathing. I couldn't tell if he was running or having relations. One of the two.
Did you have Mexican food for breakfast?
No, I had the meat lover's omelet from the mixed plate.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
So it gets everything kind of moving in the mornings.
Gets everything moving. It could have been all the coffee I drank too.
That could, get a little lubrication and some meat lover's omelet, and
there
you go. This
I
is
got
what
hot
you get.
sauce on Santa. I was pissed, so I got to wash this shirt. Hold on, brace with me.
Well, I'm glad we could accompany you on your shit. All right. We'll be back next Friday. I don't feel like people need to watch this. I don't need to watch this. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.